So, hello everybody. I hope you guys are just doing absolutely amazing. Now, I've made videos on this variety before, but seeing as I am out here stuffing my face with these amazing berries, I figured I'd make a little. That's a nice berry. Look at that. Is that focusing? You're a bit up in the air. These plants are about 8 feet tall, so you're up above my head, but hopefully that's focusing for you. I'm gonna put that in my mouth. Oh, well, it's nice and clean. Yep, it's a good one. Mm. Mm. Just delicious. That's a good mulberry. Mm. And I had these guys. I trimmed them back for cuttings a couple months ago, so they ended up putting on another little flush of berries for me. Just mwah, absolutely delicious. Delicious. What did I say there? I don't know what I said. Delicious. Delicious berries, guys. This is, of course, world's best. It's a hybrid mulberry. It's technically a dwarf mulberry, though, you know, dwarfing mulberries is anywhere from 10 to 20 feet versus 30 to 100 feet. You know, that's without pruning, of course. But mulberries, and these are no exception, are very easy to prune. They respond extremely well to it. And you can prune them and bend the branches down and have no issues with them whatsoever for size. And you can just cut those branches and put them right back around the base, or feed them to your cows, feed them to your goats, you know, no problem whatsoever. And this is it's called world's best. I know I know personally the guy that named this variety and that originally started spreading it about, and he named it world's best. Well, it is a very, very good mulberry. I mean, is it the best out of everything you can grow? It's up there. It's a good variety, but I wouldn't say it's, you know, it's better than everything else, hands down, but definitely better than most of the mulberries you're going to find. But really good tasting. I don't know what this video is really supposed to be about. I'm just out here picking these berries and eating them, and thought I'd film some for you guys. But super delicious. The berries, and these are small ones because it is so late in the year, they get twice the size of the one I just showed you. And, you know, 2-3 inches long, super fat, as thick as a thumb, easily. And just great flavor on these. Absolutely delicious. And they're fast growing like all mulberries. They grow super fast, so cutting will fruit the next year, or depending on when you get it, easily with no issues whatsoever. Super productive like all mulberries. Super easy to grow. They can take this variety can take a little bit of wet feet, no problem, if it's in a damp area. And soil doesn't really matter too much on fertility. With a lot of mulberries, including these, if the soil is too rich, you will have just monsters on your hands. They will grow. They can easily put on 10 to 40 feet a year, depending on the variety. No kidding. People are always amazed at how fast mulberries grow. So you don't really want super rich soil for them. Lots of organic material, of course. Don't be afraid to pile grass and leaves around them. But if they are too rich, they tend to really, really grow. And that's not bad, because the more wood they have, the more they fruit. But not everybody wants just a monster on their hands. You know what I mean? But like I said, this is a dwarf variety. As in parentheses, they're dwarf. You know, air quotes, is dwarf. But definitely a good mulberry. Definitely one you guys should be growing. And I'm just gonna sit here and keep picking these berries. Delicious as can be. Put them in my mouth. Look at those. Just delicious. The flavor. Well, they've got a little bit of red slime. is they got just a little bit of acid to them, you know, not bad, really good. When they're completely ripe, that acid is completely gone, and they've got a very berry mulberry flavor to them, which is actually very unique to this world's best. It's a very strong, ooh, something's climbing on me, stink bug. It's a very strong but pleasant mulberry flavor versus something like the Chiang Mai, which is similar to this, but that has a more sweeter berry flavor in my opinion. But this has more of a mulberry flavor. And yeah, the fruits actually hold really well. There's a range when you can eat them, right when they're ripening up, and they've still got a little bit of red on them, and they're still crunchy. They've got that bit of acid, super delicious, super delicious. And they get a little bit of crunch. And then as you keep going, and they get super ripe, but are still holding on to the tree, and they develop that really mulberry-esque flavor with the sugars. Just super, super delicious. Let me reach up here. Branches in my way. You get these guys. Oh, look at those. Oh yeah. Those are just amazing. There's some ants in that one. We're really windy, so they're starting to dry a little bit. He's a little dehydrated from the wind. Oh, they're so freaking good. Mulberries, dried mulberries, guys, are just to die for. And what's interesting, these are technically kind of Thai hybrids, or out of Asia. These mulberry varieties, and they've been really selected out, and there's actually breeding programs out of Thailand and whatnot. And they're bred to be commercial berries, but that has not taken away from them at all. They're still amazing flavored, but they hold really well on the trees. For some of our native mulberries, when they're ripe, they'll fall off the tree. So yeah, even like the Pakistan and some of those, the native hybrids, the fruits tend to drop when they're ripe. So if you're not careful, you don't get them at the right time, those fruits will completely fall on the ground on you. But these guys, the Chiang Mai and all the Chiang Mai varieties, there's actually a couple new ones that just came into the country. Chiang Mai 60, and there's Chiang Mai 45, and there's Chiang Mai 61. Really great varieties, but they hold. Some mulberry trees, you can literally shake them, and when the berries are ripe, excuse me, you can just open your mouth and have it rain berries on you. But these varieties, the berries hold really firm. Even when they're completely ripe, the berries tend to hold on to the trees, which is not a bad thing, because you know you can go pick them. But that's, well, I guess there's really not anything bad about it. They're smaller trees, and the berries hold on. They'll actually dry a little bit on the trees if you leave them, and the bugs or birds don't get them. They will start to dry on the trees, which was like the one I just showed you. So it's actually a pretty good attribute to have, where the fruit doesn't drop. But anyway, you know, I wasn't meant to make a whole big video here. I'm just sticking berries in my mouth, you know. And just great, delicious variety. I've made videos on these before, but you know, it doesn't hurt to put up more videos, does it? And I'm gonna let you guys go. And there's some berries up there. Can you see them? It's actually not too high. Let me pull this branch down and eat them. And yeah, I'm gonna continue to stick these in my mouth. Hang on, guys, you're up there. You're all the way up there. Just hang on. Oh, look at that sky. Damn chemtrail right there turning into a fake cloud. But anyway, I'm just sticking these berries in my mouth. Hang on. Hang on, guys. Hang on. Hang on. There's one zip.